Hello and welcome back to the Deep Dive. It is Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Today, we're not just looking at a bug, we are looking at a paradox.
A paradox, I like that.
Yeah, it's a story about a tool that was designed to give you perfect visibility into your system, to show you exactly how your memory is working. And it ended up, well, effectively blinding the security protocols completely.
It's the classic observer effect gone totally wrong,
How so?
You install a window to look inside a house, see how the furniture is arranged, but you forget to put a lock on it. And then suddenly, that window is a door for anyone walking by.
Exactly. We are talking about Apache bRPC. Now, for anyone who might not be deep in the C++ backend world, bRPC is a heavy hitter.
Oh, absolutely. It's an industrial-grade remote procedure call framework.
It's the engine under the hood for massive companies.
Mm.
Think Baidu, Bilibili, huge data pipelines. It's built for speed.
Right. It's not something you'd use for, like, a personal blog. This is serious infrastructure-level software. It handles millions of queries a second. It's supposed to be robust, which makes today's topic a little uncomfortable for a lot of engineering teams.
And we are unpacking a brand new vulnerability hot off the press, CVE-2025-60021. It's in the Heap profiler. Our mission today is to walk through how this exploit works. Literally the logic of the failure, why it happened, and of course, how to fix it.
And we should frame this right. This isn't just, oh, another patch Tuesday. This is a remote command injection vulnerability. The stakes are incredibly high.
Okay, so let's start there. The basics of the vulnerability, what's the headline?
The technical classification is remote command injection, and it specifically affects Apache bRPC versions prior to 1.15.0. So if you're running anything from 1.1110 up to 1.1.x, you're in the blast radius.
And when we say remote command injection, let's be really specific. We're not talking about someone messing with a database query like SQL injection.
No. This is much more visceral. This is shell injection. This gives an attacker the ability to run arbitrary commands on the operating system. They want to list your files. They can. Download malware. They can. They are talking directly to the OS.
Which explains the high-impact CVSS score.
Exactly. It's formally rated as important severity, but honestly, in production environment, I'd call it critical. The sources are clear that this affects all platforms. It doesn't matter if you're on Linux, Windows.
So the vulnerability is in the framework's logic, not the OS it's on.
Precisely.
Okay, so the door is open. I want to understand where this door is. We mentioned the Heap profiler. Why does an RPC framework even have a profiler built in?
Well, think about where bRPC lives. It's C++ proble.
Yeah.
In languages like Java or Python, you've got garbage collection, right? The system cleans up memory for you. In C++5, you manage that yourself.
Right, and memory leaks are the classic C++ nightmare. If you don't clean up, your server eventually just falls over.
Exactly. So bRPC uses a memory allocator called Jamalic, which is great for performance, but debugging it in production is, well, it's a nightmare without good tools. You can't just pause a live server.
So you need to see what's happening live. And bRPC includes a service for that.
Correct. It exposes a set of HTTP endpoints, usually for internal use, where a developer can just ask for a snapshot of the heap memory.
And the specific endpoint causing all the trouble is poof heap.
That's the one. You hit that URL, and the server is supposed to generate a profile file and send it back to you, a snapshot of memory usage.
That sounds totally harmless. It's a diagnostic request. Hey, server, how's your RAM? So where does the injection happen? How do we get from show me memory to run this virus?
It happens because the server tries to be too helpful. When you request the profile, you might want to filter it. So the endpoint accepts a URL parameter called extra options.
Extra options.
Yeah.
It sounds ominously vague.
It is. The idea was you could pass flags to the profiling tool. Maybe you want to ignore small objects, or you want the output as text.
Okay, so I send a request to pprof_heap.extraOptions_text. The server sees that and says, okay, I'll run the profiler with the text flag.
That's the idea. But here's the fatal flaw. The code takes that string from extra options and builds a system command with it. It basically just sticks prof and whatever you type together, and then hands that whole string to the operating system's shell to execute.
Wait, it passes it to the shell? It doesn't, separate the arguments safely?
In the vulnerable versions, nope. It's effectively doing a system call. It just tells the OS, run this.
That is terrifying, because the shell interprets special characters.
Exactly. This is insufficient input validation 101. The code assumes the input is a valid flag, but an attacker doesn't send text. They send something like concat, etc.
A semicolon. The universal shell command for I'm